Good evening and welcome to the news. First, let us take a look at the headlines. Prime Minister Modi addresses Veer Bal Divas program in New Delhi, says a new chapter has begun in the Amrit Kal of the country's independence. Probationers of Indian Audit and Accounts Service, Indian Revenue Service and Indian Statistical Service today calls on President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan. 116 COVID cases reported in last 24 hours in India. World Health Organization urges countries in Southeast Asia to strengthen surveillance. Meghalaya government assures to find a solution to the demands of the deficit teachers. And a joint meeting and inspection of the Assam Meghalaya regional committees in Ribhoi district has been rescheduled for January. The news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said with the observance of the Veer Bal Divas, a new chapter has begun in the Amrit Kal of the country's independence. Addressing the Veer Bal Divas program in New Delhi, he said, India is playing a major role while confronting world challenges. The Prime Minister said the countrymen should live to make India Viksit. He said the country is passing through a phase which comes once in generations. Calling India as the powerhouse of youth, Mr. Modi said the country did not have so many youth during the period of freedom struggle. He further said the coming 25 years is bringing new and big opportunities for the youth.
वीर बाल दिवस भारतीयता की रक्षा के लिए कुछ भी कर गुजरने के संकल्प का प्रतीक है। ये दिन हमें याद दिलाता है कि शौर्य की पराकाष्ठा के समय कम आयु मायने नहीं रखती। ये उस महान विरासत का पर्व है जहां गुरु कहते थे, सूरा सो पहचानिए, सूरा सो पहचानिए, जो लड़ाई दिन के है, पुरजा कट मरे, कभू ना छाड़े खेत.
The probationers of Indian Audit and Accounts Service, Indian Revenue Service and Indian Statistical Service today called on the President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Addressing the probationers, the President said that public service will give them an opportunity to serve the country while holding important positions in the governance system. She said they can contribute immensely in India's development journey through innovative, smart and citizen-centric functioning in their respective demands. The President advised them to remember that their actions and decisions will have an impact on the lives of all the citizens. A total of 116 COVID cases have been reported in the last 24 hours in the country. According to the Health Ministry, 4,170 cases are currently active in the country. 3 deaths have been reported and 293 COVID patients have been discharged in the last 24 hours. The World Health Organization has also urged countries in Southeast Asia to strengthen surveillance in view of the increasing cases of respiratory diseases, including due to COVID-19 and its new subvariant JN1 and influenza. Education Minister Rakam A. Sangma has assured that the state government will find a solution to the demands of the deficit. The deficit school teachers in Meghalaya have placed a list of demands before the state government, which include pension and retirement benefits for the deficit teachers and debt-cum-retirement gratuity DCRG at par with the government employees. Stating that one of his family members is a retired deficit school teacher while empathizing with the aggrieved teachers, Sangma said he will go in depth into what can be done and the government will certainly find a way. He informed that the Education Commission is on the process of discussing all these matters and the government are also waiting for its recommendations and suggestions.
Retired deficit teachers from one of the school of the district. I know details of the issues, and this is the problem being discussed and will be discussed and being discussed for last many years. The demands of the government, I think, still examining. So I will also go into depth what can be done. Certainly, government will find a way what can be done. And since I'm also like a new now, so we will explore the possibility what can be done, because and also like the Education Commission is also is on the process of discussion of all this, and we are also waiting for the recommendation and the suggestion of the Education Commission. What we call what ideas, what policy, what suggestion they will be giving.
The much-anticipated joint meeting and inspection in Ribhoi district as part of the Assam-Meghalaya Border Talks 2.0 has now been rescheduled for January. Assam has expressed its inability to attend the meeting and inspection which was scheduled for this month. The Regional Committee on Interstate Border Disputes from Assam sought the postponement of the meeting due to some unavoidable circumstances. The spot inspection and the meeting between the representatives of the regional committees of both the states have been due for many months now. Earlier, the regional committees of both the states were to submit their reports to their respective chief ministers by December 31st. Out of the 6 places of dispute to be taken up in the second phase of border talks, 4 are in Ribhoi, Desh Domria, Block 2, Bordwar and Nongwa, Mautamur. In a celebration of spiritual knowledge and communal harmony, the Shanatam Satsang Samiti organized the GitaUTA Chintana Varga at Borkona Kalidham from December 24 to 27. The serene surroundings of Borkona Kalidham witness a congregation of spiritual enthusiasts and curious minds eager to delve into the teachings of the Gita. The 4-day event was marked by insightful sessions where participants engaged in discussions, reflections and spiritual learnings, fostering a sense of unity and understanding among attendees. Borkona Kalidham, nestled in the heart of southwest Garo Hills, provided an idyllic setting for the Utsav, enhancing the overall experience and creating an atmosphere conducive to contemplation. The GitaUTA aimed to promote the values of peace, wisdom and spiritual growth, emphasizing the importance of these teachings in our daily lives. In a befitting tribute to Manipur's sacrifices and contributions in India's freedom struggle, the Indian Navy commissioned its latest stealth-guided mission, missile destroyer INS Imphal in Mumbai today. This is the first warship to have been named after a city from the northeast. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh graced the ceremony. Speaking on the occasion, the Defence Minister said the ship was delivered to the Indian Navy in October this year after a rigorous and comprehensive trial both in the harbour and at sea.
INS इम्फाल का भारतीय नौसेना में शामिल होना रक्षा क्षेत्र में भारत की आत्मनिर्भरता का यह जीता जागता प्रमाण है। यह राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा के प्रति एमडीएल एवं नेवी की कमिटमेंट और इसके निर्माण में शामिल सभी स्टेक होल्डर्स की कठिन मेहनत, लगन और समर्पण को भी दर्शाता है। आईएनएस इम्फाल की कमीशनिंग भारत की नौसैनिक शक्ति को और मजबूती प्रदान करेगा, ऐसा मेरा पक्का विश्वास।
Meghalaya recorded 496 crimes committed against children in 2022, according to data by the National Crime Records Bureau. There were 371 crimes committed under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences (POCSO) Act, 104 of which were in East Khasi Hills. Meghalaya recorded some 89 cases of child abduction in 2022, with East Khasi Hills 35 and West Garo Hills 27. Being the most affected, children make up the majority of kidnap cases, with only 50 more comprising adult victims. There were also 73 cases of kidnapping in the whole of Meghalaya, 28 of whom were missing out but deemed as kidnapped. Other heinous crimes included 13 cases of procuring minor girls, of which 12 alone were in West Garo Hills, and 3 instances of child murder. The state BJP on Tuesday observed the Good Governance Day at the party headquarters in Shillong. The day is observed to commemorate the birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Senior BJP leader and Cabinet Minister A.L. Hek reminded that it was through Atal Bihari Vajpayee the two ministries were created for the Northeast, the Tribal Ministry and the Donor Ministry. He further said that the BJP's endeavour is to reach out to the grassroots through the central schemes, especially in areas of health, education and tourism.
The program of the good governance in memory of the birthday of our late Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was the great soul, great human being and also was a statesman of our country. He's a statesman of our country. So the program was very successful.
Manisha Mon registers a 5-0 win over TC Lalrem Roati of Mizoram in quarterfinals in Women's National Boxing Championship, the 2022 World Championships bronze. She will take on the 2018 World Championship bronze medalist Simranjeet Kaur of Punjab in the lightweight semi-finals. In another match, Commonwealth Games bronze medalist Jasmine Lamboria triumphed over Poonam Kaitwas of Maharashtra in the 60 kg quarterfinals. She will face Menka Devi of Himachal Pradesh, who defeated P.S. Girja of Tamil Nadu by a 4-1 split verdict in the semi-finals. The weather report. The maximum temperature was 19 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was 7 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 78%, while in the evening was 57%. Forecast, dry weather is most likely. And before we wind up, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi addresses Veer Bal Divas program in New Delhi, says a new chapter has begun in the Amrit Kaal of the country's independence. Probationers of Indian Audit and Accounts Service, Indian Revenue Service and Indian Statistical Service today calls on President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan. $116 COVID cases reported in last 24 hours in India. World Health Organization urges countries in Southeast Asia to strengthen surveillance. Meghalaya government assures to find a solution to the demands of the deficit teachers. And a joint meeting and inspection of the Assam Meghalaya regional committees in Rebhoi district has been rescheduled for January. And that's all we have in the news for today. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel. It's good night.